everyone. Welcome to Camppatton Family Compound. It is time for the Monday night Fireside chat. Tonight's topic is going to be raised planter beds. Are they worth it? And joining me here is Courtney from Wide Family Farm. And I can guarantee you her answer is when it comes to 27-inch carrots, it's worth it having in a raised planter bed.
Do you like that?
Oh man, I could just see Dustin down on the level ground trying to dig down that far into the ground to harvest it.
You know those little kid yellow plastic chairs? He was standing on one so he could get in there to dig it out. It was hilarious.
Courtney, if ever can you go ahead and throw that link to that video in?
Oh yeah.
Everyone should see that video. It is absolutely hilarious. He's digging and digging. It's still going down here. I can't find the bottom yet. All right. While she's doing that, I'm going to go ahead back to the comments here. Ooh, 75 comments so far. Actually, more than that. All right. So say hi to everyone. All right. So Alicia, Autism Mom, was the first one in at 2.5 hours ago. Woohoo! Then CP at Hugo Homestead, followed by Brenda at Duncan 1900 Homestead. And Courtney said hi. And then Gear Grinder 19 came in saying hi to everybody. And Tammy, Rebel Canners, is here. Everyone's talking back and forth saying, can I smurf? Oh, you're not. They unsmurfed you. Add as moderator. Standard moderator.
Hey, Green Granny. Hey, guys.
All right. And, all right. So then what we got here? Idaho Garden Girls here. Hey, Steph. And scroll on down. Howie, Food Forest Permaculture. Howie, I know I haven't made any comments on your lives, but when your live come up, I turn it on, crank it up, and while I'm running around the house getting stuff ready, I'm listening to your lives. You guys, I mean, the guys are talking about fishing this morning, so which was kind of threw me off. But he had 3 other people up on his panel this morning. If you didn't see Howie's video live stream from this morning, it's worth going to listen to.
I didn't see it. It was from this morning.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it was this morning. Maybe I'm that busy.
I was kind of all over the place this morning.
Yeah. Uncle Al's here. And let's see here. I know I'm going to miss somebody scrolling through here. CR is in the house.
I'm sorry I wasn't there, Howie. I have to take Fred to school now for 4 days a week now for 3 weeks. So
Suzanne Galais here.
The preschool, I guess you would say.
All right, Chipper 66 is in the house, and he's saying he's continuing his lurking and listening campaign, always working.
Love you too.
Catching up here. And Lewis is here. It's the Marshmallow Man. Moon over Miami's here. And scrolling down. I'm slowly getting down there. The people just keep on coming in. Green Granny too. Denise is here. Hey. And all the things acres. Welcome. And it's just jumping again there. All right. Prep for Attorney Homestead. Hey, Brother Donnie. Let's see, who did I miss on a jump? Tommy there. So get down near the bottom. There we go. At the bottom. All righty. Yeah. So if anybody hasn't seen my last 2 videos, not the ones from the city council meeting, but my other videos, part 1, part 2, been out there putting in the raised planter bed IBC tote retaining wall. And so I got it backfilled now up against most of it. I got the last 1.5 to do. I got to wait until my wife gets up here in 2 weeks. Actually, less than 2 weeks. She should be here on the 12th, hopefully. And see if she wants me to extend it a little bit farther before I put the end piece on it down there. But one of the videos I did out there was it was a really cool high school science video or junior high science video, and the mic didn't work on me.
Oh.
I turned it on. Okay, I got my green light. Okay, set everything up, and from the time I turned the microphone on till I turned on the camera, the battery died.
Oh.
But I was showing how alkali the soil is around here. And so I've been layering stuff in the IBC totes. And the last layer on a couple of them was 6 inches of dirt, not soil, dirt.
Yeah.
From the top soil, they call it topsoil, from where they've cleaned off some farmland and stuff. Anyways, I took a gallon jug of vinegar from Sam's Club, the 5% vinegar, and I poured it around on it, and it foaming and bubbling, and it, when I test this, oh no, oh,
is that for real? I don't see any news on it.
Okay, hang on, let me double check here. Sam Elliott popped right up. Okay, Wikipedia has not been updated on it. He was born in 44, so he's 78 years old. It could be another one of those. Let's see here. Check on here
I'm
quick.
checking everything. I don't see.
It's a hoax.
Okay.
It's a hoax. What's the deal with a Sam Elliott death hoax? Is put out by IMDb.
Yeah, Pee Wee Herman did pass away, and he was 70 years old.
Yeah.
Which I couldn't believe.
Yeah.
That he was 70. Like, that just doesn't.
Hey, Jujubee. So that is false. Sam Elliott's still alive. And, yeah. All righty. So, but yeah, so the soil around here, when I was testing it with the, you make up the solution with the distilled water with the soil and stuff, and you stick the litmus paper in it, and it has a scale from, it goes from like, I think it goes as far as acidic, as far as number 2 or 3, but it only goes to 8.5 for the pH, side, because 7 is neutral, but it only goes to 7, about 8.5 or so, maybe 9. When I hold it up there, it was almost black, and it goes, so green is dark green is 9, and it was almost black. It was well beyond 9. So
I'm going to use vinegar and salt to kill my weeds on the side of the house instead of using spray.
Yeah, I've used that.
Does it really work?
On small weeds. It works on small weeds, and if it's an area where you want to keep totally clear, there's another recipe for it. You put in the salt, the vinegar, Dawn dish soap, so it sticks to the plants and it doesn't run off and everything. Hey, Shani, how's it going? And you can spray that out on it. And it also works for taking out ant hills.
Oh.
Sometimes you got to give it 2 or 3 applications. But if the ant hill has the deep enough where it keeps in the soil sandy, if it runs down into it, it'll wipe them out. You just pour a bunch of it on there, and it just wipes them out. Especially around here, when I pour it on here, even the sandy stuff, it starts foaming and bubbling, so it gets into all, and it just forces itself into all the chambers. Heard of this carnivore diet?
I've heard it. You just eat nothing but meat, right?
It used to be called the Atkins diet.
Yeah. That's not good for you. Like, you still need some kind of fruit. of some sort, and vitamin C, or you're going to get
certain vegetables to get you vitamin K.
You're going to get scurvy.
Yeah.
I read about a gardener who had her house pressure washed, and now her entire garden is dead. Ooh, yeah, that sucks. Somebody told me that they went and had their son went and sprayed for poison ivy, and it ended up killing all their hanging baskets.
Okay, Jujubee says carnivore is not Atkins. Because back years ago when I first started working for Homeland Security, we had one of the guys there, and he was on the Atkins side. He goes, yeah, I can't eat bread, can't eat this. It's mainly meat, and but it's lean meat. And there was a couple, there was some veggies you could have with it. My strawberry plant, hang on, let me put this one up here. My strawberry plant has gone to leaf. No more buds. Is it gone? Well, if it's still bright, if it's bright green, it's getting ready to send out trailers, and then it'll do again. But some of mine, I don't know what happened, whether it got sunburnt or what. But the once IBC tote, just about all of them are totally dead in it. And one of the other ones, I was watering it and got some water on the leaf in the afternoon. Because it was, and that one plant where the water got on it burnt. And was it Martha, Old School Prepper, put out a video talking about why are my tomato leaves curling? And that's one of the things, if you get water on it when the sun's out and before it has a chance to dry, it acts as a magnifying glass and burns the one spot and causes it to die like that. Seems like a new fad, yeah.
Yeah, it depends on what strawberries you get. They're like Susan said, there's a June bearing one and there's an ever bearing one. The ever bearing ones don't have the big strawberries like the June bearing ones, but you get them all summer. Yeah. Whereas
they taste better
ones,
too.
You get them one time.
And the ever bearing tastes better.
Yes.
Strict carnivore has been around since the 1920s for those with severe epilepsy, highly effective. It'd be interesting to know what froze.
You're welcome, Alicia.
Not a fad, not sustainable. I love my veggies too much.
Yeah, and I don't know how that would work because if you don't get your proper vitamin C and stuff, you definitely will get scurvy. So
and you need certain other vitamins and minerals that you get from plants, which are much more, what's the word I'm looking for, absorbable into your system than the some of the chemical ones you get from the in the bottles. All right, Howie says, fertilize strawberry until flowers show up and stop fertilizing. Yeah, my wife took one of those bags of the Cowgirl Dairy composting manure, and she, sprinkled it around amongst her strawberries. About a month before I did that video we were both out there just picking strawberries. And she goes, yeah, loved it. Yeah, my strawberries, I never let my strawberries dry out. And sometimes I'm watering it 2 or 3 times a day because I'll stick my finger down in there, and if I go down like 6 inches and it's still damp, but it's not really moist, and it's not sticking to my finger, I'll water more. But it's also contained, so there's water down. If the roots go all the way down to the bottom of that IBC tote, which is only about 16 inches tall, it's going to hit water. Aren't as absorbable as you might think. Yeah. But yeah, for me around here, the planter beds work so much better on multiple reasons. One, I can go up to them and not have to get down on my knees to work the plant and work the soil, especially those tall ones I do on the one side and a part of the wall there. I can walk right up to it and I can work at just about chest height to work in there, weed. Hey Skinner, how's it going? Josh is in the house, and it's working so much better. Now, if you've seen the videos from of my wife's garden there in California, if you catch from the street side or from the front, when I went on the front showing the plants in from the front, there's on the street side, there's a 2-foot retaining wall I put in. And I leveled it off and everything. So up at the house, it's ground level, but because this way that everything slopes, it's about 2 foot thin, and all that was compost and topsoil mix and everything that went in there. And of course, she's been feeding it and adding wood chips to it all these years and straw and stuff like that. And so it's really, good soil. And then she has her short, she has 6-inch and 12-inch planter boxes on top of that as well. And those are so she doesn't have to bend over quite so far, and basically she uses the planter boxes to do the outlines here of where the paths are to walk around on hers. And so so planter beds have multiple positive things to them.
Yes.
The negatives are like with the wooden ones, is that wood rots.
Yes.
Now, there's certain things you can do to make the wood last longer. You can take a torch to it before you do it, and it's a Japanese procedure where you kind of burn it a little bit, and it hardens it and makes it resistant to moisture and stuff.
Yeah, we did that to all of ours before we put them in.
And I haven't heard back on this. Years ago, someone went and got the water-based Varathane, and the stuff they put on the tables and stuff like at restaurants.
Oh, okay, like a food safe stuff?
Yes, and they coated the inside of it they coated the boards before they put it together. Yeah. And then they coated where they cut and did the things, they coated it again. So basically made it totally water impermeable.
Yeah. You guys, I don't know about bricks, and I don't know about using paint. Like, if you're using it for yourself and you don't really care, that's one thing. But like, if you're trying to sell, like if you're trying to do farmers markets and you're trying to get organically certified, blah, 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 blah. I don't believe that they will allow you to paint your things. They won't allow treated wood. And I think one of them is concrete blocks. They won't allow because of the chemicals.
With the
so look into it.
So there's three types of things. Bricks, which is red clay fired brick, which is totally safe. Then you got on your quote concrete blocks. There's 2 types. There's actually the cinder blocks, which is a compressed one, which has I'm trying to remember all the stuff in it, but it leaches certain chemicals out into the soil. There is the actual concrete blocks, which leach a little bit, but not as bad as cinder blocks do.
Yeah. Concrete
blocks weigh a bunch more.
Yes.
They're more solid. They don't break as easy. Now, some people use cinder blocks, and then they line this inside of it with the 10 mil visqueen or plastic. So it's and like that 10 mil stuff is good for like 20 years for the part that's exposed to the sun. The part that's not exposed for the sun goes forever.
Yeah, we lined our carrot beds and our other beds with that.
I built my beds out of barn metal, coated the inside with plastic, and then cardboard on the inside. Okay. Yeah, the metal ones, the only thing, all right, having worked with that corrugated metal before and stuff, that the silver coating on it is zinc.
Mm-hmm.
And the zinc protects the metal by reacting with the water and stuff, so it takes damage before it gets through to the metal. But after years, the zinc finally will get leached out, will be oxidized, whatever, and into the soil. Before you get the metal, and then it's going to rust, and you have to redo it. The yeah, and so to me, the zinc stuff, I'm not sure how bad that much zinc is going to be bad for you. I do know as a welder that when we're cutting any galvanized metal, we either want to be on an air feeder, heavy duty respirator, or a big fan blowing it away from us, because the zinc fumes are can make you sick, are deadly. But as far as being oxidized, I'm not sure, because they on some of the big ships and stuff, they put galvanized plates on the outside to protect the steel, to react and stuff, and keep the barnacles from collecting on the ships.
I love that word. Barnacles.
Yeah. Field rocks or big river rocks used to build your strawberry bed. Yeah. Natural rocks like that. Now, if you have a neighbor that has a sawmill and you got a bunch of wood you can cut down and your trees you can cut down, say, hey, I'll give you half of it if you make me some 6x material to build my bed out of. That 6-inch material is going to last you decades.
Yeah.
In California, we built them out of redwood. It was cheaper than cedar and lasted longer. And it's not pressure treated or anything. A good heart redwood will last a long time. And it's you just got to build it properly so that it doesn't get to the screws, because that's the thing. If you put your corner posts on the inside and then put your screws or nails in, all of a sudden your nails will rust away and they'll fall apart. Mm-hmm. You put posts into the ground on the outside, then you got your, there's different ways of building them. You put them on the outside, basically right below Courtney there, that you got to put a top plank on it to where you can sit on it, which is actually a bonus and one thing. But the problem is you get all sorts of funky spiders. I killed a lot of black widow spiders up under those things over at my mom's place. So I found about spraying it with mint oil and lemongrass oil, chase the black widows off.
Yeah, I used what the Shivers used, and raised bed. I wish, and I used dog
or silver. Silver does good too. Even bronze, good bronze will last a long time too. But now with my IBC totes I'm doing, the plastic will last about 10 years. But because of the way the sun goes from one side to the other, it's not on the one side all year round. It's only on the one, it gets it half the year or the half the year. But Krylon does make a spray paint for plastics.
Yeah.
To protect it. And so I'm thinking about, spraying it with a dark green first or a black, and then with a lighter color like a light tan or something. Afterwards, that way the black will stops the sunlight, where the other colors generally don't stop it. Because I had some opaque 55-gallon barrels, and I was getting algae buildup, so I got some of the stuff, sprayed it. I said, make it colorful. So I made different colors and stuff. And I could look, after I got done spraying it, we could still see we could see the color of the paint. But when I took and sprayed some with black, the black is totally different. It just stopped all the light glinting through. And then we painted the colorful pet colors over that. Stainless steel beds. Yeah, that's another one that's expensive too.
We have half of our garden in the ground and half of ours in raised beds. And then, yes, a raised bed does drain better. And The thing is where I have some of my raised beds, it was the lower parts of my yard where I couldn't grow anything. So I put that there to raise the soil up so I could actually plant stuff there.
And if you have deep root plants in there, because that is the ground itself is damp, they will, once they get down, their taproot scan that, oh, water, and but they're not over wet, and the rest of the roots are dry or drier. So, but yeah, there's a lot of different things you can do for, and my mom was born in 1922. In 1970, let me get my years right. I graduated in 75. Moved back to 79-ish. My brother started building some raised planter beds for me, and I came back for my tour around the U.S. in 80, and I built a whole bunch more raised planter beds for her. So in 80, so she was 58 years old, and in 69 at Bank of America in Tahunga, down there in Southern California, they built on the side of the hill there, and the parking lot was literally steep, and all the water was directed right near the door. And so it came down near the door, but it did a little swale there to keep it away from the door around it. Well, when it first rains, what happens to a parking lot when it first rains?
Yeah,
all that oil and stuff starts going down there. And she was walking down there, and she slipped, broke her kneecap, shattered her kneecap.
Oh.
And they had to remove half of it. And so for a long time, I think it was like 6 months, she was in a cast as everything came back together, and they did all the reattached ligaments, made sure everything was growing, And then she was in one of those walking braces type things where she couldn't bend her leg. So and after she got all that off, her leg still was. It took her years for her to get most of the movement back on it. But the raised planter beds, she no longer wanted down in the ground. She wanted all her garden in raised planter beds because of her disability there on it. Okay, what does Shawnee say here? Exactly. And if depending on how thick your planter bed is, what you put in the base of it too, as stuff breaks down and you keep adding more nutrients, it will leach down. The nutrients and stuff as you water will leach down into the regular soil as well, which is part of what happened in part of my yard here in California. We made the bed so good that the stuff and it was being watered, to try to keep everything going. It leached through and out into the walkway areas. All of a sudden, everything started growing in the walkway areas.
Yeah.
So now my wife has like 3-4 inches of wood chips down. Actually, she plant, but she was using rice straw. She was getting the bales of rice straw really cheap, and then she got she got a couple loads of wood chips and put that down over the rice straw, and she rarely gets any weeds coming up now.
Yeah, we have a whole pile of mulch right now that we need to disperse.
Yeah. Yeah, see, remember that thumbs up, and see how it says green thumbs up. Gardening.
Have a good night, Alicia.
Yeah, that's one of the things. If I actually had more of the IBC totes, I probably would have done more full height ones out there for that retaining wall.
Yeah.
Just to make it that much easier to, because I know, in another 10 years, I'm going to be, my knees, my back, even more than it is.
Hey, Ginger Ninja.
It's Ginger Ninja, Courtney's #1 fan. And yeah, but the cost now for my son, my youngest son, bought a bunch of the rough redwood, which is really 2x12, which is really 2 to 2.25 inch by 12 inches because it's rough. It hasn't been planed down and everything. So the rough redwood, and built my wife 2 planter beds from it, and it was something like $500.
Oh.
But when she moves up here, my son drilled and put in some big heavy duty galvanized lag bolts in there and stuff. It's coming apart, and that wood's coming up here.
Yeah, I know.
Because it's got 20 years worth of life on it. So
right.
Yeah, so it'll come up here. And yeah.
That's funny, Ginger.
Just chop a bunch of carrot tops to dehydrate. More greens than carrots, yeah. Oh, interesting thing, Court, talk about carrots. One of those gray bussing bins I was using in my indoor garden experiment, it had some carrots going in there. When I moved them outside, I forgot to water it for 2 days. And most of the carrots, but I got one, came back. Guess what happened 2 days ago? More of the seeds I sprinkled in there that hadn't sprouted or germinated all this time, suddenly about 10 of them. I go, wait a minute, those aren't weeds, those are carrots, because carrots are unique when they first come up.
Yeah.
And it's like, those are carrots.
Green. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I got like 8 more carrots growing in there, and it's like,
that's funny.
Carrot seeds don't always germinate at the same time.
No, they don't. And it's so funny. Like right now, I have so much carrots. I haven't picked them yet, but I have so many. I've been eating them like crazy. Carrots and cucumbers. It's been my snack for the past week. It's crazy.
Do you make a carrot and cucumber salad?
Yes.
Where you run the carrot through the thing, make it like make all those like shoestring stuff, and yeah. My mom used to do that. I never got the recipe. I would have to hit my sister up if she even remembers the recipe. But it was I know it had some mayonnaise in it and it had some other things in there. But first time she made it, I was like, okay, this ain't half bad. And on a hot day, it was really nice.
I wish I could get Fred to eat carrots. A couple times, I pulled them from the garden and I washed them up and peeled them. And I said, hey, this is a carrot. You want to try it? And then he would chew on it for maybe a good 5 minutes and then just put it back on the counter. He didn't want it. So,
well, my grandsons, they love carrots. But lately, Danny, the number 3, we'll get a small carrot. He'll eat half of it and set it down. Whereas before, he eating those small, baby finger carrots, you get in the store in the bag. He'd eat 2 or 3, and it's like, dude, what's up with this? I'm not hungry anymore. 5 minutes later, can I have fruit snacks? No, finish your carrot. But I don't like my carrot anymore. I want fruit snacks.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yep.
It's like, sorry, no fruit snacks until the carrots are all eaten, and I caught him trying to put it in the trash.
I've been doing carrots and ranch and cucumbers and ranch, and now Shawnee Shab has totally got me on the everything bagel mix. Thanks, Shawnee Shab, because I've been eating that with my cucumbers. Oh my gosh, it's heaven.
What is that again?
It's everything bagel seasoning.
And
it has garlic and sesame seeds and poppy seeds and all these seeds in it mixed with garlic and a little bit of salt, and oh my gosh, it's heaven.
Everything. I'm gonna look this up. Everything bagel.
Yeah, it's everything bagel seasoning. You can get it at Aldi's, and I'm sure you can buy it at Sam's Club at Costco too. Probably in bulk.
Let's see. Everything bagel. There's one. There are several of them here. Walmart has 2 different ones. They have their great value one. Then they have Einstein Brothers. Amazon. Trader Joe has one on Amazon. You get 2 bottles for $11. McCormick has it as well. All-purpose everything basil. Yeah, so there are a bunch of them out there. Never heard of it before. I'll have to look.
Shawnee, I've done several different things on the carrots, and I plant for the fall. Right now would be a good time to plant carrots because it's 60 degrees out right now. But like, you can plant the carrots and leave them in the ground for the winter and then get them in the spring. And when you do that, they are the sweetest carrot that you have ever tasted. And you can leave them in the ground and store them that way as well. You don't have to pick them. And so you can do that. And however, I will be canning this year carrots just to preserve them. In the past, though, just because I was being lazy and didn't want to can them, I was blanching them and putting them in freezer bags and just throwing them in the freezer. So I've done 2 different methods, and I'm going to do the third method here before too long and can them. I've never had canned carrots or made them before, so we'll see how that's going to work out.
All right, Tammy, go ahead, find that video, post the link to the video in the chat there. Let's get everybody out there knowing on it there.
What is that channel? I don't remember.
Something canners, off the wall canner. Oh, rebel canners, that's it. Yeah. Let's see. Usually what for some of my nieces and nephews, what my mom used to do was, hey, Holistic Homestead, how's it going? She'd take the carrots and she would, cut them into like 4-inch lengths, and then she would quarter them or cut them into eighths, make little sticks out of them, and then get the ranch dressing or Thousand Island dressing back then before ranch dressing was a thing, and give it to the kids for that.
Yeah, I like ranch dressing with mine. And you know what? I don't care. Like, I'll use any ranch dressing. They have in the organic section, they have ranch dressing made out of yogurt. I will eat that too. It does not bother me.
My wife gets the Hidden Valley ranch dressing shaking powder mix stuff for use in other recipes and stuff.
Yeah, that stuff is pretty good. You can put that on burgers and all different kinds of stuff.
Yeah. All right, Gear. Gear put out a cool video, short video. I thought it was funny and it was good. Gear, the video you put out there about the garden hose, put it in the link. Probably put the link in the chat.
Put the link in the link.
Put the link on the link. Hey, Prepping to Endure. How's it going?
Hey, P2E.
But yeah, I gotta get another video out there. Most of my tall IBC tote planter beds most of them are getting full, are almost to the top there. The 4 that I have together out there are probably down about this much from the top. And I just put in, they each got a bag of the dairy cow manure compost added to them today. And I'm going to be getting a bag of the Kellogg's tree and shrub pot mix and put one in each of those and another bag of manure on top of that. Get that mixed up in there and mix some more core. That's the coconut, compressed coconut, the stuff they peel off the outside, peelings off and everything else. And put that in there and everything else, and get those topped off in the next day or two. And
Thanks for coming in, new people. Hey, Geeky Gardens.
Hey, Geeky Gardens, how's it going? Another
Idahoan. Everything, including popcorn. I am that way with Lowry's garlic salt. I use that on everything. I love it. I put it on hamburgers. I'll even put it on French fries if I make French fries in the air fryer. I don't know why I love Lowry's garlic salt, but I just
my mom used it on everything, on all the meats and stuff.
The
pork chops, hamburgers, steaks, whatever.
My mom does too.
My mother-in-law did, so my wife does it too. And it's like, my wife was actually, we were doing ground beef to make, browning the meat to make spaghetti sauce. And she's there shaking it on it. We're putting some, so it still bakes it better. It's like, okay.
It does make it better. And I do. I season all my hamburger when I make chili, when I make Swiss steak, any of that. I
knew I forgot to do something here. Okay, Control C.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you, Holistic Heritage Homestead. Thanks for subbing. Yep. Appreciate you. I will see what
I apologize, everybody. I should have put the link down in there earlier. So Gear or Ginger or anybody else or wants to come up here.
I just rang your bell. Oh, I like your borage. Nice borage you have on your background in your channel. Yeah. Nice. Oh, it looks like you have is that a Brahma rooster? Boom.
Shoot, I got to do it on this one over here. That's right. I can't. That's one thing I don't like about StreamYard. That's why I got YouTube opened up on the other monitor over here. That's when I'm over here. I'm at the other computer. I can't go to the channel.
Mm-hmm.
So Holistic.
Yeah.
There it is. Go to channel. And there. 227 videos, 583 subscribers. All right, let's bump that up, folks. Oh, they got some cool looking videos. Yes, subscribe all. Oh, they're grilling. They got shorts grilling burgers on the charcoal grill. They got some boars. And they got chicken. They got a chicken yard.
Yeah, cool. If you subscribe, make sure you ring their bell and then also leave a comment, please. Yeah. So you stick as a subscriber to their channel.
Oh, they got lots of chickens. Oh, chickens eating a snake. Chickens are omnivore 3 months ago. Cool.
Oh, man. I've been giving my chickens like cucumber scraps. Like I've been eating cucumbers like you wouldn't believe. I'm trying to eat as many as I can before my husband wants to pickle them all. Yeah. By the way, we opened up one of my cans of pickles already, my jars of pickles, and it's been like 2 weeks now, and the entire jar is gone. We ate it all. And then what we did, this is horrible, we put them in breadcrumbs and put them in the air fryer. It was freaking delicious. It was like deep fried pickles, but without all the deep friedness. It was so good.
Okay, here you go.
Orpington.
Yeah.
Nice. I love Orpingtons. They're like one of my favorite birds. I have lavender Orpingtons.
All right. One of the videos that I was just looked at here, it says that from Holistic Heritage Homestead. 5 months ago, dinner, baked cod with lemon, butter, mustard, caper sauce.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds good. I got to leave that one up there to watch that one. Oh, they got some other ones. How to make white clam sauce. Ribeye, New York straight tea, mushroom. Oh, pasta. Oh, okay.
Did you just gain 10 pounds by watching that?
I just fell off my diet and gained some weight. Looking at the playlist over there. So let me go back over here and do it this way here. So let's see, got to throw that into the chat there. Those are there's the link to them. All right, so that good there. I'm going to do something here I usually don't do, but Holistic. I'm going to go ahead and give you a wrench. Now, if you have a favorite video, you can post the link to that video in there. And hang on, I got to look out the window. Something's happening out here. Oh, the wind is blowing out there. We got the storm coming in. I got pieces of ends of the branches, with all the leaves on it, and flowing around out there, falling down here. So it's like, great. The wind changed direction. It's now blowing from Yellowstone towards me. Holistic Homestead. Rebel Canners also has a great Facebook page, Rebel Canners Facebook page. Absolutely amazing Facebook page. It's one of the few groups I got like maybe 5 groups that I'm associated with on Facebook, and that's one of them.
I kind of feel lucky then, because you're in my Wide Family Farm group on Facebook. And
I've been in all your groups. As one gets out of control, you kind of get rid of it and you move another one.
Yeah.
I'm into that one too.
I've had to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, but in my opinion, my humble opinion, from my experience of becoming an old man with bad knees and bad back, the raised planter beds are is the way to go. And I really wish I'd been able to get last year when my wife cut me off. I should have, as soon as she was gone, I should have gone back down there and bought 10 more of those IBC totes. And that way, that entire raised that wall there would have been totally raised up, and I could put the short ones up on the edge of the patio for her to garden with the grandkids. And actually, let me see if I can do this here. I'm going to try something I haven't tried before here with StreamYard. Let's see here. Canners, groups. There we go. Let's see if this works. Did it take it? Is it showing it?
Ooh.
Facebook groups. All right, there's the Facebook group for Rebel Canners. So I just put that in there. So anyone that's not in the Rebel Canners Facebook group.
How are your knees, Ginger Ninja? You definitely need raised beds. Oh, that's my new sign.
Yeah.
I made those for the farmers market.
Oh. During the wintertime, how well are those selling at the farmers market?
I don't know yet. I used to sell them all the time at the flea market, and I would make a lot of money doing it. So
during the wintertime when it's raining and you got nothing to do, make them.
Yeah.
Joe's in the house. Garden State Gardener's here. Woo!
Yay! Whoa.
Wrong one. No, wrong one.
Trying to scare off the audience?
So let me go ahead and put this back down. Anybody wants to come up here? There. Driving Uber still. Okay. Joe, we're waiting for Sunday Fun Day to come back, but I know it's not going to be for another month.
I'm ready for it to come back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we miss you too, Joe.
Whoa, I can actually hear now over everything. Yeah, I got my earpiece in, but still over everything, I can hear the wind blowing out there.
Hey, Texas Rob.
Which means temperature has dropped, so let me open up the window here.
Thanks for coming in, Texas Rob.
Oh, yeah, it's blowing. Oh, it's cold air coming in the room. Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we got cold air coming in here now. Yes. Oh, it feels good. Actually, let me see if I can do this here. See if it'll show it out there. So those are the cottonwood trees. You can see how they're shaking out there. Set up. Come on. Settle back to the right angle. There we go. Hey, Texas Rob.
I don't know what the temperature is right now. I think it's 66 degrees. Oh, it just dropped to 62. I should open all the windows tonight. It's time to start getting your fall garden together. Boom! You're right, Texas Rob. What are you planting, and do you have raised beds, Texas Rob? I love a good wind. Keeps the flies from touching me. Yeah, you guys, especially if you're in 6B, you need to start thinking about fall. By the way, speaking of which, my peas have popped up. I've got peas, y'all.
Another post from Courtney.
Yeah, my friend, she already got rid of him, but that's one of my friend's silky roosters, and she was looking for a home for it.
There's only a
Oh, did we lose you, Gail?
Huh?
Oh, okay. It sounded like we lost you there for a second.
Yeah, the wind's blowing. I'm just checking some stuff out here.
Cool, Texas Rob. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. Also, yeah, get your fall garden together. Thanks for reminding us.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna. Hopefully, I will have the area between the patio and the raised the IBC tote retaining wall. Now that I got the new rototiller. Oh, I got a rototiller. Can I see it from here? Or is the truck in the way? The truck's in the way, so I can't show it to you. I'll do a video on it when I actually hook it up to the tractor. It's a gear-driven, not a chain-driven rototiller, so gear ought to like that. And yeah, so in the next, hopefully before my wife gets here, I will have the entire area there all tilled up and absolutely level. And when she gets here, she can mark out where she wants to put down the weed blocker for the springtime, or whether she wants me just to go ahead and put the cover crop in, and when she wants me to put the cover crop in for the wintertime. But I do know first thing in the springtime, it's going to be rotary. My raised beds are not in the dig zone, but
Howie had a question. Right now, the weather is still hot. Should I plant carrots now, or should I wait till like September? I want to do more carrots, but I want to wait, I think, because they only germinate during, you know what I mean? So I don't know what to do.
it has to be cool for them to germinate. So you're going to have to put blocks of ice out there with them to get them to germinate.
Now with shade cloth, good idea.
Yeah.
Or I could use my tomato plants right now as shade.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to make a little top for my the IBC totes, the movable ones that I have the strawberries in, to protect them from the sun. Because it's like I said, you know, we've been having 100-degree weather here, and I think that may be part of the problem getting to them.
Besides my 27-inch carrot, my carrots that I have out there in the garden right now are about this big. They're very delicious, but I want to plant more. So I don't know if I'm going to plant them alongside the tomatoes or the beans. I got peas down the middle, and then beans, and then I'm thinking about doing carrots on the outside because the beans are like shading it all. So,
CR reminded me of a question for you, Courtney. Those short sunflowers, did you plant them this year?
yes. Yeah. Did you plant them?
No, I did not. But I will be planting some out here in since the garden will be all ready this next spring. That I will be planting some out here so the grandsons can run around in. There cool.
Yeah, it's called short stuff.
Yeah.
I love those. The small ones are so cute. And I planted all different kinds of ones this year. One's black or chocolate ones, and Velvet Queen, and a bunch of different ones. And then the short stuff.
Yeah. The short stuff's going to be fun with the grandsons, especially Danny and Oliver, the youngest ones. Because
Yeah.
then they can go around, they can play, it'll be their height and stuff. We're going around having fun with them. All right. Drive safe, Joe.
I think I'm going to just totally use my center bed and plant my carrots in there, and then because I have beans and peas in there right now too. So I think it would just completely shade everything the way I want it. So plus lately the temperature has been awesome.
They probably put shredded leaves in my raised planter vegetables. Yeah.
Did you see my 32-pound Boston Marrow? Yeah.
Oh, that big monster, that big monster squash.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is absolutely crazy. Oh my gosh, man. I don't know if you guys can see this. That's my 32-pound squash. I don't know what I'm going to make out of it yet.
Yeah. Yeah, I got it. I got to talk to the wife, see about getting a chipper shredder, because there's all those trees you just saw there. I always get branches falling down, so it'd be great to be able to. Okay, we got wood chips and leaves and stuff going in the compost pile. Plus the 4 trees on the side here. In one of my videos, I showed where I cut down some of the limbs off, because when the guy planted them before, for some reason he cut them down short and stuff, and so they, from the base, and it's hard to mow around them and stuff. And so I'm trying to train them back up a little bit, and then let them spread out there, so it's more kid friendly and mower friendly. We're keeping it there, but every spring we get winds way worse than this in the springtime, and I got a lot of branches that size and smaller all over the yard back there. It'd be nice to have something that I can start tossing them all in and grinding it all up and spreading around for mulch and stuff, and just adding to the compost pile for next year, making compost for next year.
I piled up a bunch of leaves in my food forest last year, and it's made a lot of cool, good soil over there. But we did it to one of our beds a few years back, and it worked out pretty good. We have really good soil in there now.
Yeah. The other tree you can't use is walnut, particularly black walnut or tan walnut.
I hate that. I'm getting black walnut trees everywhere.
Squirrels
popping up because the squirrels bring them over. I have a black walnut tree across the street, and so they just
Yeah, my son-in-law got one of those little standing little electric ones. Stick the little leaves in and compost it. Yeah, it doesn't work for much. It doesn't work for anything bigger than my thumb for the chipper part. Yeah. Just found, Howie was foraging today. Hey, 10 pounds of blackberries and froze them. Hazelnuts. Oh.
I love hazelnuts.
Yeah.
I love hazelnuts, or they're called filberts. They put them in chocolate. Oh, when they put them in chocolate, it's to die for.
Okay, hang on. I'm going to come back to this comment here. Yeah, the black walnut tree puts off something which stunts most plants from growing around it, because it wants all the nutrients for itself. So it puts off something. I can't remember what it's called. Howie will probably come up with what the term is for what it is, that the chemical that black walnuts put out there to stop it. But yeah, it's yeah. All right. So let's see here. So the Russian mammoth sunflowers are great. Can get over 10 feet tall. Yeah. I'm not sure what type my wife had 2 years ago. 2 years ago? I think it's 2 years ago, maybe three now. I did the video on it, and that sucker was over 12 feet tall in her planter bed, and that was not from the up on the planter bed, from the soil of the planter bed up to it, and it was over 12 feet tall. Since then, some of the birds got to it just before she could harvest it, and then the squirrels went up there and decimated on one of the other ones, and there were sunflowers everywhere in her yard.
Mhm.
The daycare yard next door, because it would take some of the smaller ones and just take them over and eat it on the fence, and half the seeds to fall down in the daycare side. So yeah, there was a lot of sunflowers around.
Hmm.
Yeah, David's here. Woohoo! Woohoo! Yeah, Dave just had a live stream. Started 2 hours before mine did. Ran for an hour. Tomorrow he's premiering his giveaway for his 1,200 subscriber video. It's tomorrow. Dave, what time is that video premiering? Dave does a lot of. He has this taco talk where he talks about prepping and stuff. Ooh, there's some good information. Black raspberries are tolerant of it. Can be good enough. Pawpaws as well. Good information. Oh, I got to go get a video. I used a brush hog. I took about half of them down over across the street where I put in that big, or the irrigation ditch made the corner, and I put in that 4-foot diameter pipe down in. Well, because it's a metal pipe and the water wicks up the seam and leaks out there, there is a huge 20 by 30 foot area of sunflowers. Small ones about that big, but there's sunflowers all over that with the Russian bloom over there. Interesting thing about the black walnuts, though, if you have pigs and goats that have parasites, guess what you feed them? You feed it with the husk on and everything. You feed that to them, and it deworms them, deparasites them, and it's great for them. So, all right, we've been on here for an hour. Let me see if I can get back into the routine of doing stuff here, doing more live streams again. Bring up the thing here. So tomorrow on Tactical Tuesday on my other channel, Gray Man Prepping, which is, hang on here, put that down here. So there's the link to my other channel, Gray Man Prepping. Tomorrow night's for Tactical Tuesday is going to be for prepping is vile things tend to survive. And so we're going to talk about SHTF and Tawaki and the vile things you're going to have to worry about if and when it happens. So this thing, it's hopefully it won't happen to any of us. That it'll happen after we're long gone. The total collapse of everything, but you never can tell when something's going to happen, especially the way the sun's been farting off gigantic CMEs the opposite way from Earth, and we got a really large active swarm of sunspots moving around this side here. So we could get something. I don't know, but. Anyways, so that's what's tomorrow is Vile Things Tend to Survive. Friday night on the Homestead, we're going to talk problems in the garden, and everyone talk about all the problems they're having, and we can share some solutions. And then next Monday, is going to be dealing with dirt and allergies.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So that's what I got coming up. And Courtney, your next live is?
Wednesday, I'm doing the winners for the carrot challenge.
Okay. And that's at what time?
I believe I'm going to go on at 7 on Wednesday night.
7 Eastern.
7 p.m. Eastern Standard. Yeah.
All right. Whoa! Joe!
Yeah, that sounds
all my
bad.
papers just blew off the desk over there.
Oh.
That's okay. They're all the same thing, one pile, so I can fix that up. All right, so let me fix this thing here. I got something here just screwed up on my computer. Give me a second. And come on. Move, mouse. There we go. And so, all righty. Okay, so that's what I got coming up. Hopefully tomorrow I'm going to try to get a video out on the tractor and the rotor tiller, and another video out on the raised planter beds I'm doing off on the side for the retaining wall. So going away to a secret place in a few days. We'll put vids up. Okay, Howie. All right, everyone. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for supporting. And every channel I've seen here in the side chat is a good channel to watch. So I think just about everybody is subscribed to everybody else here in the side chat. So and I froze again. All right. So everyone, thanks for coming by, and we will see you hopefully tomorrow night on Gray Man Prepping. It's Gray Man with an A. All righty. See you guys later.
Bye, y'all.